For those of you who don't know me, I am Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but today I'm going to be relaying a message that I channeled a while ago from one of my clients' guides when we were doing a session, and I will also be channeling Lilith and sharing what we'll be doing on my channel and with my business going forward over the rest of the month of November, and a call to action for prayer and support. So let me just say a prayer and set my intentions while I wait for people to come in the chat, and then we will get into it. So hi, I see someone just came in. All right. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, Yamaya, Kornika, and God source. I humbly come to you today on behalf of myself and those watching now and those who will watch after, and just say thank you so much for everything that you bless us with. We are so grateful for all aspects of life, the ups, the downs, the challenges, and the blessings. We understand that all of this makes a well-rounded individual in this very polarized reality, and for this we say thank you. And I ask, please, that I be a messenger for the divine, nothing more, nothing less. Let no truth be told for a lie, and no lie be told for a truth. Let all the information that come through be kind, palatable, and easy to understand. Please grant me access to the Akashic Records. I may give a good and accurate reading, and please let all the information come from the source from which all things come. Let it flow through Christ consciousness, and please let it only ever be for the highest and greatest good of myself as the reader, and the highest and greatest good of those receiving this information. And I pray all of this with the purest of hearts and the best of intentions, only ever for the highest and greatest good of humanity in this universe as well. Amora, Shinamaste, by the power of three, so motive be always works, always a blessing. Hey Sam, present. Hi Juliana. Hey Indigo. Hi guys. So let's get right into this. So, all right, so for the Patreon people, I will be posting later. I'm going on a hike with my parents in like an hour, so I won't be posting it right away, but I totally forgot that I'm supposed to be doing a mission tonight, and so I need an army to back me up if people are willing to support me through that. Sorry, it looks like I really went off the rails with my freaking chapstick. I'm sorry if I'm looking a little crazy coming on here. I need an army. So, okay, I'll be posting it to top tier, like 3rd level Patreon to join me. I will be sending the Zoom link as well to the Salem group chat of the Salem girls. And then I will also leave it open if you're not on the Patreon or if you're on one of the lower levels, you can reach out to Lizzie, send a 2-paragraph essay as to why you want to join us in this mission. And then if, I'm pretty much going to limit this to like Indigo, if you want to join, I'd be really happy to have you. But like even though you're like level 2 on the Patreon, which is fine, like it doesn't change like how we feel about you being there, or like people who I've done like personal, like either like Zooms with or personal spells for, like people I've actually met and like talked to. Please like the video, guys, so more people get notified like from the Divinity fam. But hide user from this channel. Dude, there's some freak that keeps coming on here to insult my forehead. I have a very normal forehead. Like, I feel like you're projecting Rashi Vishar. Like, your name is Rashi. Anyway. Or it's a bot. It's a bot that's just like scanning my Face ID. Anyway, that's stupid, and I'm not gonna acknowledge people like that. Especially because what I'm about to talk about is really important, and I don't fucking. The stupidity of the masses is infuriating, and I can't let it get to me because I am above that and I am above them. Anyone who would say anything like that, I am smarter and better than you. And maybe people don't like that, or maybe people think that that's the ego, but I don't really care. I would never waste my time scrolling from live to live just to bully people on their looks. I do think I'm better than someone like that, and yeah. Anyway, so I need people to go on this mission with me if you want to come. So basically I channeled, I can't remember what video it was on recent. It was a recent video. I think it was in August. Like I said, I channeled from one of my client's guides, Harry, shout out to Harry because he totally helped us with this, that something really bad was either going to happen behind the scenes or in front of our faces on November 18th. So I have a feeling it's going to be more behind the scenes, and what I've channeled, which I will not be speaking publicly on, because like I said, I want a very select group of people coming on this mission with me, people I already trust. But it's not good. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad. Hey Hannah. Yeah, we're channeling Lilith, and right now, okay, I have to turn off the chat though because I keep getting distracted. So yes, because I just got distracted by a dummy. But please, moderators, beware of the weirdos or bullies in the chat. So I channeled that on November 18th. I channeled this probably back in August, that they were going to be doing some kind of terrible ritual or sacrifice or something behind the scenes. And someone commented, Bloody 2808, who's awesome, they've been here for a long time. They said, after some research, 11/18 is a World Day for the prevention of and healing from child sexual exploitation, abuse, and violence. That's chilling if they are planning something against it. Now, tomorrow is also the last day that Pluto will be in Capricorn in our entire lifetime, which has been an extremely oppressive energy for Pluto to be in for our lifetime. So Maria, who's like my astrologer friend, was saying that she's not surprised that they would be planning something extremely oppressive and evil on the last day that these planets are in that alignment. And I didn't even know that when I channeled it. I also had no freaking clue that, like, I don't think anybody knew that it's freaking World Day for the prevention of and healing from child sexual exploitation, abuse, and violence. We don't freaking hear the mainstream media talking about that, do we? We don't. There's a reason for that. So anyway, I'm going on a mission tonight. And if you want to come with me, if you're on the top tier of Patreon, if you're in the Salem group chat, or if you're on this live now and you want to join me, you can email DutchessDivinity1111@gmail.com. You'll get Lizzie. You can send her a 2-paragraph essay about why this is important to you. Why is it important to you that you support children who have been exploited in this way? And I might say no, like if I don't know you, because some of the same people that were commenting love and light on my Women and Children's Month stuff are the same people who were saying they hope that little girls, that I have to watch little girls get RAPED simply because, I was calling out certain behavior that I didn't like, that maybe they didn't understand. So like I was getting super brutally attacked for speaking out about like my thoughts on the elections, which I didn't even vote. I didn't pick a side. I stayed home and I prayed, which, oh yeah, like I'm so evil. I stayed home and prayed instead of fucking voting. So because I was saying, like, I don't deserve to be called names, I don't deserve to have people spewing their mental health issues all over me simply because in their head they made a version of me that doesn't fucking exist, because they're yelling at me about how I voted when I didn't even vote, because I called that out and said, like, if you want to be considered tolerant, act tolerant. So then I had someone called Saint Teresa Taylor come on and leave me all these comments about how they hope that I have to watch little girls get raped and know it's my fault and carry the guilt for the rest of my life. They hope I watch women bleed out and screaming in the streets. Like, that same person was commenting all this love and light shit on Women and Children's Month. So if you send a 2-paragraph essay, I don't know you, I've never Zoomed with you, I've never done a spell with you, like, I might say no. And it's nothing personal. It's literally the fact that, like, I need to make sure that the people I'm bringing into battle with me are secure, that I know them, that I know their soul, that I know that their frequency, because I don't need people getting possessed in the middle of it or switching up in the middle of our mission. So if I'm coming off harsh, it's because people have been very harsh to me over the last couple weeks. for, in my opinion, no reason. Wishing things I wouldn't wish on my worst fucking enemy. So, yeah, if you want to join me on that mission, if you're on the 3rd tier of Patreon, you can come with me. If you're in the Salem group chat, you can come with me. And if you are like Hannah, you're not on the Patreon, but if you want to send an email, I know you. I've known you for years. Like, that's fine. But I'm not taking outsiders on this mission. So if you want to be a part of this mission to basically combat whatever ritual abuse they have planned for tonight astrally, and to secure that the frequency is shifted for positive, then you can come with, which is exactly what we did for the elections. On the Patreon, everyone loves to yell at me about how I'm so biased and everything, but on the Patreon, we literally didn't pick sides. It's always people who have no idea what they're talking about. We literally didn't pick sides. We went and we astrally fucking traveled to all the places where they were doing evil things on the night of the election. And we took that energy and we alchemized it and we shifted it to make it for God. So whatever they were doing for evil, because it's bigger than 2 parties, you guys. It's so much bigger than just fucking politics. Like, this is a spiritual war. This is a war of good versus evil. Politics have nothing to do with it. It's so much bigger than that. And somebody unliked the video while I'm talking. It's just crazy. People have no control over their emotions. They can't see past their MK Ultra mind control. And it's stupid. But anyway, so that's what we did. We went and we found where they were doing their evil ritual abuse, and we shifted it and we made it for God, the same way we did that with the hurricane on the Patreon as well. We took any like spirits that were going to die or be injured or that needed a holding space, and we gave them a safe space for their spirits to go. Like, let's say someone gets hurt and they're in a coma or something. Instead of their spirit getting trafficked for evil, we gave them a safe holding space for their spirit to rest until they could come back in their body. Or for people who were, who did pass away, or animals, innocent animals who did pass away during the hurricanes, or the people who are being trafficked underground who passed away during the hurricanes. We literally took all their souls and sent them I'm getting covered in chills. We sent them right back to source. Like, so that's part of what we're doing here. I'm not going to say too much more about it, but we're going on a mission. And if you're equipped to deal with that mission and you want to come with me, and I know you and I trust you, you're welcome to be a part of my astral army while we do that. So that is the first bit of business that I wanted to get to today. And then the second thing, let me check the chat and see what people are saying. Show chat. We literally went in and blasted a bunch of states with pure white light. Zeus was there with a group of warriors. There were whole cannons of white light pounding on certain states. Exactly. Girl, I would never abandon you regardless of political views. I see your soul. That's all I need to know. Thank you, Hannah. I truly appreciate that. That's really nice. Your voice is so clear. Thank you. I didn't vote either. I voted in the small election for my community, not the world circus. Good way to put it, Indigo. Let's see. Okay, so I'm caught up on the chat. I was born for this. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so now let's talk about what is going to be happening on my channel. So I learned that Black Friday is actually Native American Heritage Day, and it often gets overshadowed by capitalism. I'm just going to hide the chat again so I can focus. And it often gets overshadowed by capitalism. And so I was already planning to do a Black Friday sale, but then when I learned that, and I am Ramapo Native American, and I didn't even know that, so I decided I'm going to be doing a Native American Heritage sale instead of a Black Friday sale. But everything on my site is including readings and shit. So if you've been wanting to get a reading with me, but you haven't had the money for it, or like I have spells up there as well, If you've been wanting to do something like that, but you haven't had the money for it, definitely check out my site because everything is going to be 20% off. And then I will be just doing like a lot of packaging right after the spell. The spell is going to be going from November 22nd to November 29th, okay? So that's Friday to Friday, the 22nd to the 29th. You'll have a week if you want to get anything on my site, and I will be packaging and getting stuff in within a couple days of the sale ending on the 29th so that people can have everything for Christmas presents if you want to give this stuff as Christmas presents. So that is what I wanted to do to give back to the community, because I know for me it's been a bit of a burdenous year, like financially. There's been a lot of unexpected financial burdens on top of the inflation and on top of like, you know, just personal stuff. So I wanted to give back in that way because I know I'm not the only one feeling it, and I don't usually do sales like this. So I might do another one. Like I was thinking maybe I'll do another one for Easter, but I'm not going to do another sale like this for a while. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check that out, the 22nd to the 29th. And also, I will be doing a spell that is a big, it's a good deal. It's a really good deal. So usually my group spells are $100, $111. Most of the time they're $111. But I'm going to be doing a special this Friday, the 22nd. I will be doing, because I always do a crossroads spell every November. So I will be going down to the crossroads. We did a femme fatale spell last year as well, where I went down to the crossroads. So during the day, I will be going down to the crossroads. I will be giving 16 pennies for each individual. The 16 penny ritual is to bring money and abundance into people's lives. So I will be doing that. We'll be working with all the great crossroads spirits like Hecate, Ilegua, Baron Somadei, Mama Brigitte, the Pombagira, I don't know, however you say it. People say it differently. I don't want to offend anyone, but we're going to be working, oh, I just felt that when I said that, the Pombagira, like, we're going to be working with some great crossroads spirits, and it's going to be to get us in that femme fatale energy. So the reason I created this spell was because I felt very trapped in some of the degeneracy of the times. So I am someone who's single. I have not found, you know, the person I want to spend the rest of my life with yet. So it's just like, I sometimes worry about, like, because, you know, it's so easy right now to do bad stuff. It's so, like, there's so much access to really horrible things like CP. Like, CP is easier to get your hands on than it's ever been. You can go on Twitter and get a girlfriend experience, which is actually an SW. Like, you can, what else? Cheating is easier than it's ever been. So, like, this was making me feel very stressed out. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be a fucking victim of the times. And then I was like, I'm going to fucking go down to the crossroads. I'm going to give the offerings. I'm going to give the 16 pennies. I'm also going to give a bunch of, I'm going to hand make some chocolate, which I've done in the past, which makes those spirits, like, so happy. They feel so happy when I give them chocolate. But when I hand make, like, a mold, like, I have these molds of these, like, sexy ladies. So I'll bring those down to the crossroads. They go crazy for it. But I'm going to do that. And then I will also be lighting candles on my altar. It's basically a 3-in-1 because you're getting the crossroads offering, the altar candles, and then we're also going to be doing a Zoom event where we do channeled, I'm going to channel journaling prompts for us to do, so that we can set our intentions. So, like, I can set my intentions like, Spirit, I do not accept X, Y, and Z, everything I just said to you. I want a partner who is this, this, and this, not this, this, and this. And so we're going to do a whole journaling prompt. It's going to be a similar setup to the 11/11 portal working, which was so fun. Thank you to everybody who came to that. That was so fucking fun. But so, yeah, we're going to do that. And then we're also going to do a visualization with the Crossroads Spirits, very similar to how we did, I think it was like July maybe is the last time we went and we did like a dark goddess energy like working. It could have been like a little longer than that, but we did a really cool visualization and it was awesome. So we're going to be doing that. And then we're also going to be dancing together like we did at the portal. So this is open, even though it's femme fatale. Like Sam, if you want to join, that's fine. But yeah, so you can be a man or a woman. It's open to anyone. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing on the 22nd. And we're going to be kicking off that sale week with that. So if you want to sign up for that, that is on my website too. I'm sure after the fact, Lizzie will put all the links and everything in the comments. So let me just check the chat. Masculine energy brings much needed grounding and structure. Feminine energy is very fluid. Okay, people are just like talking amongst themselves. All right, so I'm gonna just turn the chat off. I want the actual Divinity fam in here. Like, I don't want these bunch of people who are just NPCs. I'm gonna try and just send out a call. You know, I just saw it in what's it called? Powerpuff Girls, when she's like, monkey, and Monkey's like sending out the signal for Monkey, the little superhero monkey. All right, what time is it? Okay, I've still got time. All right, so now I'm going to channel Lilith, because Lilith is the keeper of children, and with everything that we just talked about, I will be, you know, like everything we talked about in the beginning about how it is World Day for the prevention of and healing from child sexual exploitation, abuse, and violence. And then tomorrow I will also be coming on to do some singing bowl and to move the frequency there like that. So yeah, I'm going to channel Lilith now and see what she has to say about all of this, and then we'll close out the stream. I'm not going to be using cards. I'm just going to be channeling. I do this on the Patreon a lot where I just channel. Wow. Okay. I got a lot of information. So, all right. So first, I guess my call worked. My call to the Divinity fam. I opened my eyes. There's a lot more people in here. All right, so the first thing I saw was Lilith came through, and she was coming through very much in that dark goddess energy, and I bowed to her, she bowed to me, and then she grabbed me by the wrist, and we just went flying. And immediately she took me underground to where a lot of the trafficking and just there's a lot of bad stuff that just happens underground, right? In the tunnels, under the earth, within the earth. And she was just showing me some of the atrocities happening underground, and she was like, I just got chills. She said, tell people to send the frequency of love and of source or God as you perceive God. Tell them to send that light. Jesus, if you like Jesus, send that frequency into the earth right now, and to those who are victims within the earth, victims of human and child sex trafficking. in the earth. So we need a lot of support in the earth right now is what she was showing. So if you can send your prayers or your white light within the earth, that would be really beneficial. She also showed me blasphemous. She then took me to like banquets. So like those really disturbing, freaky, almost like eyes wide shut, blasphemous banquets where, you know, they are consuming humans, like if we're being honest, humans. And where the consumption is corrupt is the word she just used. So she said another thing that we can do these next 2 days is be eating in a way that is kind and loving to our bodies. So like if you have like a favorite dish that like your grandma used to make you, and like it would always make your family feel happy, like whether it's good for you or not, consuming that food is going to bring a feeling of like love and peace and ancestral pride, because that's something that it's always represented to your family line. Now, if you can eat healthier, if you can kind of clean up your diet and just be super kind to yourself and what you're putting in your body, this includes media too. So like, don't be like watching that movie that is like freaking scaring the heck out of you, or don't be watching, you know, people like something that you hate, right? So there's a lot of content nowadays that is pushed for us to, we're pushed to consume things we don't like. The algorithm loves to push consumption of like things that go against your beliefs or things that make you mad. So like from today to tomorrow, do your best not to consume things that elicit rage or lower frequency emotions out of you, because that's just going to feed the negativity. So if you can consume things that are really positive, that would be great. Not only for yourself and those around you, but for the collective. Now this morning too, I woke up and I decided to watch, I was like, I should see if I can find like the adventures of Winnie the Pooh, because I used to love that when I was little. Like that's how I used to wake up every morning. I would watch like Winnie the Pooh, and I found it. It was like on Disney Plus. And then I just started crying when I was watching it, and I think it's because my inner child felt like very seen, and like it's not something that I've watched since I was like a young child. So even consuming things that make your inner child happy. So that doesn't mean go get like the biggest fucking ice cream sundae you can find. If you want to do that, great, that's fine. But like consuming things that'll make your inner child happy in the sense that it'll like make you seen. So like, let's say you have a certain favorite children's book or something, maybe go find that children's book and read it to yourself, or your pet or your child or your niece or your nephew. Like maybe take your little cousins or your children to the park and, you know, play on the swings with them, or whatever, you know what I mean? Just honoring that inner child and play, because when children go through the kind of abuse that we're you know, honoring and trying to prevent on November 18th, they don't get a childhood. They don't get to play. When children are trafficked or they have childhood sexual abuse, like the fun it doesn't exist because of the trauma and the abuse from the adults, right? Who steal their innocence and steal their childhood. So supporting your inner child and consuming things and doing things that make your inner child happy are going to be really beneficial, not just to yourself, but to the collective over the next 2 days. And then what else did she show me? She showed me the consumption. And then what else did she show? What else did you show me, Lilith? Oh, radical self-care. So if that means like, you know, you need to just rest and take like an hour to take a nap, or if you need to take an extra long bath and give yourself like a bath bomb, to do a little bit of extra time on your skincare, like whatever it is, radical self-care, drinking plenty of water, of course, as well, because when we're doing spiritual work, we're also going to be, you know, it takes a lot out of you, and human spirit runs through water, which is why they call alcohol spirits, because it like shifts the blood, like your blood alcohol changes, right? So it's like there's water running through your blood, and then the next thing you know, there's alcohol running through your blood, and then it's easier for spirits to come in, right? So abstaining from alcohol and anything that takes your spirit out of your body, and just making sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Now, she also showed me like Antarctica or something, like a super snowy, icy place. That was weird. Did you hear that knock? Hello, spirits. And she, like, was in this, like, really cool, me and her were in these, like, really cool, like, fuzzy, like, almost like bikinis, like, as if, like, made of, like, animal skins, and she, like, stabbed this really big sword down into the ground, and it cracked the ice, and then literally half of the earth went crumbling. And she was saying that the evil underbelly of what is, so like what is in the shadows, is going to be ripped into the light. So it may be kind of uncomfortable because it wasn't gentle. It wasn't like we peeled back the layers and then we saw what was going on behind the scenes. It's like, no, we literally shattered half the planet and then saw what was going on behind the scenes. So, and I don't think that's, I think that's a metaphor. I wouldn't be worried about, you know, anything catastrophic like that. But I do feel that the Band-Aid is about to get ripped off. And like, I was listening to regular people talk, like, regular people still don't even believe in chemtrails, even though they're proven. Regular people still are, like, on the fence of whether or not JFK's assassination was the government. Like, regular people are quite behind, and the Band-Aid is about to be freaking ripped off. So I feel like she's just saying, like, get ready for that. Just be prepared for that. And I just want to ask her one other thing. She's just said, I was like, why'd you take me to Antarctica? And she's like, because it's going to be cold. Like, the communication, the way that the Band-Aid is ripped off, it's not going to be lukewarm and it's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be cold. But then she was saying, she was showing us in, like, the bikinis, because she's like, those of us who have been in it, we've been in the trenches, we've been fighting the spiritual war. Those of us who have been working this energy, the cold never bothered me anyway. It doesn't bother us anyway. So, but be prepared for people to lose their freaking minds. They already are. There's already a mass psychosis that's happening right now, and I'm going to put a whole video on that eventually when I'm mentally prepared for the possible comments I might get, which it's not even that bad or rude of a video. It's just my opinion and my observation. But yeah. Yeah, just be prepared for it to get cold, whatever that means to you. So let me just see if there's anything else she wants. The root chakra, she's really showing me red and the root chakra, and focusing on that, because which makes sense, because if we're talking about sexual exploitation, abuse, and violence, like the root chakra is definitely getting hit hard with that, as well as the sacral. And then also too, just our sense of safety and place in the world resides within the root chakra. So focusing on that. And tea, drinking like warm tea. She's like, if it's gonna get cold, you might as well have a cup of tea. And she just said, remember, you're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. You're not meant to be everybody's cup of tea. So if you have people who are trying to shoot the messenger, if you're trying to share this message and people don't want to hear it, just remember, you don't have to be everybody's cup of tea. She's like, in fact, I'm a very select few people's cup of tea. So like Lilith, some people love to work with her. Some people say she's a demon. Some people hate her. Some people love her. A lot of rumors, but there's always the truth behind the rumors. And so she's saying, like, what people say about you is not your business. What people think about you is not your business. Who you are, how you show up in society, and the person that you present to the world, and the person that you are in your heart is all that really matters. It doesn't fucking matter. You're not meant to be everybody's cup of tea, because you're supposed to be the cup of tea to those who are worthy of you, I just heard. And let's just close this out. She just swirled around, put everybody in a big red rose. The rose spun around, dewdrops went everywhere, and this light, like God's light, and like almost like fairy dust came flying down. And she's like, we will get to the other side of this. And she just said too, there's a power in the feminine that has been deeply underestimated. There's a power in the feminine that has been deeply underestimated, and it's about time for essentially the matriarchy to shine, right? It's time to take back the goddess. It's time to take back feminine energy. It's time to take back and be more in the sense of a matriarchal instead of like a oppressive patriarchal society. So I think that's it from Lilith. Yep. She just curtsied again and she just head out. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Let me check the chat and then yeah. November 18th has been feeling monumental for weeks. This might sound silly, but all my food is expiring on the 18th. Multiple jobs I plan to apply for are closed on the 18th as well. Dude, yes, dude, yes. Like, and I channeled this probably back in July, and it was Teresa's guide actually that came through, her guide Harry, that was like, he was like, kept going like this to us and being like annoyed with us, and when we finally channeled him, we were like, oh, holy crap. So yeah, it's a big turning point, not just for us on an individual level, but it's a turning point for humanity as a whole and for the globe as a whole, especially because it is the last day that Pluto is going to be in the very oppressive sign of Capricorn before we step into Aquarius, which is the time of knowledge and truth, right? Like how it's channeling the earth being cut in half and you seeing the ugly inside underbelly of what's truly going on. So it's all coming to the surface. Much love from Aotearoa, New Zealand. I am so sorry if I butchered that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but thanks for coming to my live. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Q Senza. I flippin' love Lilith so much. I tattooed her on my thigh. That's awesome. This feels like a personal reading. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it's resonating. I think I'm the gold tier, not sure. Yeah, you are. You're the top tier. I don't want that to sound like, the top tier. Like, no, it's just like the top tier in the sense that it's like the highest one. Like where you can get the 3 zooms. So yeah, you are, Sam. You're checked under it. Hey, hey, Amy. I'm like Emmy. Sorry, I'm combining names on here. Hey, Amy. Haven't caught a live in a while. I've been training to become a rape crisis line volunteer. Don't think that's a coincidence. Definitely don't. And like, thank you so much. I just got chills. Thank you for your service in that, because holy shit, like that is a really fucking big job to take on, and it's so necessary. So thank you so much for doing that. Like, we really, really appreciate you. So thank you. Hey, Maria. Hi. How you doing, girl? I just channeled Lilith. You'll have to go back and watch the channeling. Can you give me a shout out? Sure, Shady, as long as you don't be shady. I have subscribed to your channel. Thank you, Sanjal. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, I got more channelings and readings and stuff where that came from. Definitely going to be doing my video on my haunted dolls soon too, but I am about due for a 3-2-1 reading on here, and like I said, we'll be doing Singing Bowl tomorrow, so that'll be really nice. As long as I'm not too tired from battle, I guess. Ready for battle. Yeah, same. I am. That's why I'm calling the army, because I'm like, oh God, like, here we go into another freaking astral battle. But when I got you guys backing me up, I know we'll be fine. It will be more than fine. We'll be doing a service to humanity. So I'm going to get going. You also just click the like button. Thanks. Definitely like it if you liked it, guys. I've been laying in bed chilling all morning, about to go for a run, looking forward to the playback. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna get going because I'm going for a hike with my parents, but yep, when Lizzie sees this live, I'm sure she didn't get notified. I'm sure a lot of people didn't get freaking notified, because I'm actually using the words like rape and stuff like that, because it's crazy that people can threaten me with that and like stuff like, and like say it in like actual threatening mean ways, but you can't talk about it when you're trying to bring awareness against it. Like, that's crazy to me. So yeah, just try to spread the word or share it. Like, share it with your friends or whatever if you feel like this is something worth sharing. Remember to like, because that'll help the algorithm put it out more. And then comment, like, once the live is like posted, you can comment below any thoughts, or even if you want, guys. Oh, I just got chills. If you're not gonna, like, if you won't be joining the battle or whatever, make sure that, not make sure, if you want to, you can write a prayer. So like if your prayer is that, because it is, right, it's World Day for the prevention of and healing from child sexual exploitation, abuse, and violence. You can put a prayer to support children who have been through that. You can put a prayer to raise awareness. Like, just put whatever you want in the comments that is supportive towards those who have experienced these crimes against humanity and atrocities against the human race. You can put your prayer for their healing or whatever you want. So, yeah. Cheers from Italy, Old Wise Lioness. Can you do the Trump dance? Okay, first of all, Christian, I'm Italian and I want to go to Italy so bad. So you should totally comment, like, whenever I do get to go to Italy, you should totally comment, like, once this posts, what I should do and how I should go. Like, what is worth seeing. I really, one time I had a dream about this pink church of San Giovanni, and it was while I was having a nightmare, and then I got ripped out of the nightmare and then thrown into this pink church of San Giovanni. It's like peach and pink. And then I woke up and I looked it up and it was real, so I feel like I need to go to that church. But if you have anything that you suggest, I definitely would love to hear it. And here's my, I don't know if this is good. Here's my Trump dance. My Trump dance, I guess. But anyway, I have other dances you can go look at. Do you come on every day? I don't come on every day, but I do go live a decent amount. Have a great hike. Thank you. Thank you for sending me love. Okay, I love you guys. Take really good care. And yeah, like I was saying, like Lilith was saying, don't forget your self-care. But I love you. I'll see you tomorrow for Singing Bowl. So take care. All right, bye-bye.